Hey folks, and welcome to my November comic book wrap-up. I didn't really read much this month, just one Vellum and a single issue. So we're gonna start with the Vellum. Alright, so I read and finally finished Neil Gaiman's Lady Justice. This is the first Vellum, and this is by... one moment, I keep forgetting. Super Genius. That's the publishing house. Now an interesting fact about this, and I didn't know. I only found out thanks to Mr. Paul, Reader's Retreat. So apparently there's actually a book series that's called Lady Justice. It's about this group of people who, they solve cases, or they solve crimes. I don't remember exactly, but anyway, it's a whole book series. I actually want to see if I can find a book. I actually want to read that. So that's what it's based on, and then Neil Gaiman took it and made his own thing. Well, he took the idea and made his own Lady Justice, which still kind of confuses me because inside he's not the one who wrote the stories, so I'm a bit confused how that works. I mean, it's his Lady Justice. I mean, maybe he oversaw the writing process. I don't know. Anyway, so that's Neil Gaiman's Lady Justice. It was interesting. I liked mainly the wait, how many stories was it? Mainly the first, no, not the first. I like the second and third stories best. I thought the first one and the fourth one were over violent for no reason. I mean, this is called Lady Justice, but in those stories it might as well have been Lady Vengeance or Lady Revenge. Because seriously, there was no, I don't know what was just about what happened there. Especially the fourth story. Bloody hell, that was a massacre. That was just a flat out massacre. I don't know why that bitch is not in prison herself. And the irony, she works as a lawyer. How? I mean, ugh. And as a lawyer, she works in the justice system. It's like, how? You just slaughtered so many men. How are you... I don't know. I really don't know. It pissed me off. But overall, I did like it. It was interesting. The stories, even though those two were very violent. Now, I love violence in stories quite a lot, but I usually, when it's, I need some sort of reason, Like in Zombie Tramp, it's obvious. This is over the top. But in here, it was like, you're giving us Lady Justice. Where's the justice? You know? But yeah, I mean, it was interesting. I do want to continue to the second Vellum. I wonder if there'll be more massacres. I guess I'll find out if I find it. Hopefully I will. But yeah, if you like... I can't really say if you like Neil Gaiman, because I'm not sure what he wrote. Anyway, if you like chicks who beat the crap out of people, this is for you. And if you like how this lady here looks, also recommend it. But if you're squeamish from violence, I would recommend not to even consider this book. And the other thing I read is Hex Wives? Yeah, Hex Wives issue 1 by DC Vertigo. This was a bit of a clusterfuck. I still don't understand why they made the story the way they did. Like, it tells us that if the witches in the story get a true love's kiss, then the whole cycle of them killing hunters and them being killed and then coming back would end, and in the end we're shown that they're married, but apparently they didn't kiss, which is weird. I mean, I don't know. This story I would also qualify as a headache story, just like the DC Rebirth Deadshot was. No, Deathstroke. Sorry, not Deadshot. Fuck them all. Deadpool, Deadshot, that one. The one with the half orange, half black mask. So this was just as, I would say, much as a headache. In terms of, we're told that if they kiss, if the hunters kiss them, then this will all be over, but we're shown that they have their powers are coming back again. So how the fuck this works, I don't know. I tried to put logic in it, and each time I'm like, yeah, okay, but how? Like, this... It doesn't seem to be one of those stories where we start with the conclusion of the story, and then we just go back to see how it all started. It doesn't seem to be that kind of thing, because they would already be shown married, and the witch is powerless, and without any memories. Yet it doesn't, so I don't know. I don't know what to tell you. The art, at least in my eyes, I forgot. The art in Lady Justice, I liked it. And the art in this one was, in my eyes, it was dead. I mean, you saw some violence there too, but it was all just, I don't know, at least to me it was just dead. It was like watching paint dry, a little. Cover's not bad. Kind of like the fire back there. And, look, in conclusion, I don't think it's worth the $4 you're gonna have to pay for it. I am curious how this clusterfuck is gonna continue, but I will be waiting for a paperback. A trade paperback, because I am not spending any more money on this one. No way. You're not worth it. You really aren't. I mean, she's not worth it. But yeah, look, if you like witches and hunters, maybe you'll like this, although, I mean, again, don't take my word for it entirely, but I would recommend looking for it way cheaper. I just on the writing, I don't think it's worth that money. Right, and now, because I didn't forget, I'll show you what I'm planning to read. So I already started this, hell, I might finish tomorrow. It was quite interesting. Sorry. Well, this is Amulet, the Stonekeeper, by Kazu. I'm not gonna try to pronounce his last name, because I don't even know how. But yeah, it's a fantasy. It's a graphic novel. I'm just gonna include the graphic novels in this. So it's a fantasy series, and I'm really liking it. I really like the style of how the characters are. I mean, the human ones are drawn really. It's, I don't know, I just don't like it that much. But some of the views in here, I mean, the scenery in the book is really pretty. But yeah, I'm liking this. Almost, I'm right here. Getting close to the end. And the other thing I want to get to, I haven't got to Watchmen yet. I will eventually. I need to stop saying I will, because then I never do. And the other thing I want to get to is Battle Angel Alita. This is a manga about the post-apocalyptic future. Yeah, I think. I'm not certain. But anyway, it's the future. This man finds this robot girl, and he starts to rebuild her. And that is Alita. A movie's about to come out next year. I'm actually excited about that. I want to see how it's gonna be, and I will until then read the manga. All right, folks. So that is it. If you're interested, tell me what you've read, what you're planning to read, and all that. Until next time, bye!